Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Let me just put my link on here for you. Okay. Welcome to my page. My name is Michaela. I am from Paint Fixation in Middleburg, Florida. Oops. Hang on. Let me turn off my notifications. It's notifying me that I'm live. Forgot to turn this off. Hang on. Okay. There we go. All right, so I know it's Saturday, it's a weird time of day, but I'm working on this piece and I'm kind of digging it. And so I've been really nervous to do this live because I've never used this. Hi, Amber. Illinois. Woo. It's so hot here. I've actually got a fan on, so if that sound is bothering y'all, please let me know. But I just was in here and I had the door open, but there's people out there walking, so I had to shut the garage door. Anyway, so my name is Michaela. If you don't know me, I am in Middleburg, Florida. I have 3 local locations where I sell Dixie Belle paint. I'm a retailer. I'm an elite retailer actually in 2 of my locations, which means that I sell the entire, hi Yvonne, the entire chalk mineral line and the entire silk line. I also have a 3rd location that's just premier with the chalk mineral paint. And if you are not local and you do not have a local retailer, you can go to my website that I put in the comments and purchase any of the products that I'm using today. So if you have been watching me, you know, hi Jason, that I don't paint a lot of white. I don't like white, it's boring. And so I have this buffet. It's just like the one I did in high gloss black, but it had some damage to it. It had some nicks, scratches, chunks, and stuff, and I fixed all that, but it wasn't in the condition where you could make it look shiny and bright. We're going to make it look old and dirty. So I've been playing with it, and and I'm kind of like, I know a lot of people will come on lives and they will do a new technique and stuff live. It's just not me, okay? So it's been a couple of days since I told y'all that I would show you this piece, but I've been playing with it and freaking out, and I was talking to Kristen Rosenbeck from Lost and Found Mercantile last night. We FaceTime a lot of time in the evenings when we're painting, so we paint together, but she's in Massachusetts and I'm in Florida. And I was like freaking out. I'm like, oh, I don't think this is working. I don't think this is working. She's like, just keep going, just keep going. And so I just kept going, and I'm really starting to dig it. Okay, so this is the look I'm going for. Okay, this is kind of a grungy look. I'm gonna try and show you the side of it because I'm pretty much think I'm done with the side over here. Oops, I don't have a lot of room in here, but this is the side. So I've got some crackle going on. I've got some SeaPsray going on, and I've also got black gel stain at the top. Okay, so I've got that covered. Because what I did was I sprayed this with fluff the other day. And I had already put the gel stain. I wasn't actually planning on, so you can see it peeking through here. So that's the black no paint gel stain. So I have this piece and I have this piece over here, and it's a monster. And I didn't want to hand paint it. And so I sprayed them with Dixie Belles Fluff. And that is this color here. This is our second to the whitest white. It's one of the most popular whites that we sell because it has such good coverage, and it's almost white. It's got a little bit of a warmth to it that cotton is not as warm as this. Cotton is our whitest white, stark white, and I just really prefer the fluff, which a lot of people do. So I sprayed both of these pieces, and just to give you an idea, hi Wendy, welcome back. Hey Kate. So this is a 32-ounce container. I sprayed both of these pieces. They're both dark. I did 1 coat of Boss, and there was a few places that still wanted to bleed through, so so these have 2 full coats and then 1 touch-up in places, and I still have a little bit left. And that's spraying it. So we all know spraying takes more paint, and that piece back there is 80 inches. Not to mention that I did the insides of both sides of this and the inside of the doors on that one. Plus it has 9 drawers. So I've got to say, I'm impressed that I even had any paint left over. So I've got that paint left over for any touch-ups that I'm going to have to do. So let me just kind of go over what I've done here. So I sprayed it with the fluff. Now, anytime I use wax, I know, Jason, isn't it awesome? So anytime I use wax, I always put a barrier between the paint and the wax, because if you put wax directly on the raw chalk paint, it grabs the wax and you have less control over the wax. You can't really wipe it back. You can use it. I've used it like that. I used it like that in my bathroom because I wanted a more grungy look. So I always put a barrier. So I also sprayed both of these pieces with gator hide. Normally I would spray them with satin clear coat. It's more economical. They don't really need gator hide on the sides, but it's all I had and I was in a hurry. So it was my gator hide I had in my stock inventory. So I went ahead and sprayed these with 2 coats of gator hide. So essentially, hi Deb, these are sealed, but I am using waxes and dirt. So I will be putting another coat of flat. I want these to have a flat finish, and so I'm going to put a coat of flat clear coat on these when I'm completely done. Okay? So what I did after I did the gator hide, I went back and I mixed my SeaPsray, which is a additive that you put in your paint. It's powder. Let me show it to you. I've already done this. Like I said, I was really nervous to do this live. So normally I do all this live, but I've just never done this before. So this is what SeaPsray looks like, okay? It's a paint additive. It is amazing. You could use this in any consistency. The directions say 2 scoops to 8 ounces, but I don't ever measure it. I put it in a bowl with my paint. I mix it until it's whatever I'm using it for. So if I'm using it for, say, a raised stencil, I'll make it a little thicker but creamy. It'll be thick but creamy. I won't leave the chunks in it, okay? I'll mix it really well. So I mixed this with the fluff, and then I just took a chip brush, which I don't have it in here right now, but I just used one of the cheapest ones, and I smushed it in just random areas, okay? So this is not as thick here as this is up here. I'm not sure y'all can see. Excuse my messy garage. So up here it's really thick. I actually did 2 coats. So after I did 1 coat of SeaPsray, there were some areas that I wanted it to be chunkier, and so I came back after it was dry and I added some more. It's a very easy product to use. Then I wanted some Crackle. So let me bring y'all in just a little bit. So what I did was, and like I said, this was all experimentation for me. I took caviar and collard greens and I dabbed it all in random places, and you can see, so, oops, I've got y'all on a cardboard. Let me move this cardboard out of the way. Okay, and lower you down some. Okay. Hey, Deb. There's a lot of Debs on here. Okay, so in these areas here, I put caviar and collard greens because I wanted the bottom of the crackle to be dark. That was what was in my head. But then after I did it, so when you're using Crackle, which is this product here, and I have to say we have one of the best crackles on the market. Okay, I can't tell you how many other customers have used other products from different companies, and I've got paint on me, and have always come back to our Crackle. It works so good. Now I've done Crackle with y'all live before. So on my website, I have all of my live videos on there. So if you want to go and look at some of the crafts and stuff that I've done, because I've actually never used Crackle on furniture until now. I've used it a lot with vases and different craft projects. So you can find those videos on my website and it'll show you how I used it. But once I did this, okay, I had the dark and I went through, but I didn't like the way it looked because so after I painted the dark, the caviar and the collard greens, I went back over it with fluff, and then I put some more sealer on it so that it wouldn't grab the wax. But I could still see, like where I just kind of smushed the paint on there, you could still see the outer edges of it, and it just did not look natural. Like you can kind of see it up here on this one here, the edges of it. So I went back with SeaPsray with fluff, and I smushed it in the edges. And let me show you over here. So this is kind of what I did here. So you can see the crackle here, and you can see the difference between what this looks like and what that looks like over there. Okay, hey Deb. All right. Hey Kristen. Kristen, I was just talking about you and how you helped me through last night when I was having a freak out. So again, in here, so you can see here the crackle. Can y'all see that? Let me get you closer. Woo. So there's crackle in there. And there's crackle here. So I just did it in random spots. And then I went in with my wax and my dirt. And that's what I'm going to show y'all right now. Okay, so I'm going to try and show you anyway. Like I said, I was a little bit nervous doing this on live because, well, because of my personality. Let me see, do I have the right, okay. So let me back y'all up just a little bit. I think you can see better if I back you up a little bit. And let me just look through the comments. Hey, Penny. Okay. And when you come on, please say hello, especially if you've never been here before, because new people, I like to learn names, and a lot of the followers will talk to each other. And so Amber, I went through it at the beginning of the video, so you can watch the replay. I explained how I got to this point. So this is kind of finished. I mean, unless I have like a moment and I want to add something, this is pretty much what I'm going for. Okay, so I'm going to work on this section over here for y'all. Actually, let me bring you in just a little bit closer. You don't need to see me. You just need to see this. Okay, so what we have here, we have caviar and collard greens on top of the fluff. Then we have crackle, then fluff, and then we have some SeaPsray mixed with fluff. And you can see there's some big chunks. And let me tell you, this SeaPsray does not want to come off. I've been rubbing it when I'm doing the wax. And I'm going to be doing this section down here too. Okay, but we're going to work here first. We'll do these two sections first. And this crackle looks really good too. That's a little piece of tape coming off over there. There. Okay. Now the waxes that I'm using are black and brown. I'm using both. Hey Jonna. And here they are. This is the black. Mine is a little bit hard, so I'll usually stir it a little bit on the edges to get softened up a little bit. My brown is very soft. They're just different consistencies. And then I have some clear, because I use clear like an eraser. So I have my clear. You can see I've got it all mushed up in there. Okay, so I may not need that, but just in case. And then I'm using charcoal dirt. Okay, and what this is just like what it sounds like. It's like dirt. Okay, it's a powder. Isn't that pretty? And this is where I'm getting this look. Okay, so, oops. So this darker area and there down here, that's where the dirt is. And I'm going to show you that. We'll do this corner right up here. So maybe we should work up here first, just so we can get to the dirt while we're on here. Because I'm not sure I'm going to use it over here. So let me move you over. I'm going to get all my stuff right here in front of me. And the brushes that I'm using primarily are these two. This one is a French tip from Dixie Belle, and this one is the little Frenchie from Paint Pixie. Okay, I like it because it's smaller. So this one I'm using for my black, and this is going to be my brown. And I don't wash my wax brushes ever. They stay nice and soft. Okay, can y'all see that okay? I've got a light in here. Is that better or worse? Y'all just let me know. I know my shadows, but I'm going to be working up here. I just don't have a lot of room in here, so I'm trying to work. These pieces are too big for my workroom. Okay, so the first color I'm going to go in with is my black wax. And I'm going to smush it in there until I have a bunch on my brush. And then I take it and I rub it into my lid so that it gets into the bristles. Pounce it a little bit just so I get a nice full brush, okay? And now I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to start just mushing it in here, literally, okay? And you can see already how it's picking up on the SeaPsray. Do you see the texture that it's showing? So this is my black, and I'm just going to go in here. Honestly, there's no wrong way to do this, but I'm so kind of A-type personality, so I wanted to do all this off camera first. Okay, so can you see the difference between how harsh this looks and how soft this looks? This is, it's worse, better, worse. I'm getting differing opinions. How about that? I don't know why this